My name is Yolanda Ledesma, and I am a community organizer at Silicon Valley Debug. In September of this year, I went down to Blythe, California to meet with Sutina Green, who is a good friend of mine, and her 2 daughters. There we met with her husband, Stephen Green, who came home from a life without the possibility of parole sentence. Stephen was commuted by Governor Brown in November of 2018. By the time Stephen had came home, he had served 27 and a half years. I wanted to go down to support Sutina and capture this moment since my husband Frankie is also serving a life without the possibility of parole sentence. And I just wanted to be a support system to her. Debug and the LWAP community are 100% committed in supporting them and welcoming him home.
I just hope that people hear our story and are inspired, whether it's the men inside or women inside or their loved one, to not give up hope, because in our wildest dreams, we never thought this would happen. And, we were one of the lucky people that, were able to be commuted and was found suitable and now is coming home. So yeah, it's a lot to take in.
But it also shows how much work he's put in, you guys put in, the community support,
Yeah.
The fight.
No, yeah, for sure. If he hadn't done the work, we wouldn't be where we're at.
Exactly.
If he didn't start programming and start, doing whatever to better himself, whether it was through education or through the programs or, staying out of trouble, we definitely wouldn't have had this opportunity. So he definitely has done the work over many years, not just something recent. Are you excited?
Yeah, I'm just nervous.
About what?
Just because he's going to be living, not with us, but when we take him home, he's going to be living with us for the day. And then, he's going to take us to school. And it's just changing,
Are you excited about him taking you to school?
I guess. I don't know, I'm just nervous.
Didn't you write a poem or you presented?
I have the video.
No!
I do.
What was that for?
I just had to do something about my life in my health class, so I wrote about my mental health and how my dad's incarceration affected me. And then my mom posted it on her Facebook, and someone contacted her about me speaking about at the We Rise event.
I've grown up in the prisons. I've spent most holidays, birthdays, and weekends there. I've never known what my dad was like outside of prison. I've never seen him in normal clothing. I've never experienced anything normal like most other kids have. Growing up, I never understood why he was in prison. I never understood why we had to drive so far to see my dad. I never understood why he wasn't home all the time, and why he couldn't just be home. Why he couldn't just leave the prison and come home to us. I was embarrassed and ashamed. I didn't think anyone would understand. I never told my friends where my dad was because I thought they would make fun of me. This trauma has made me fall into a deep depression to the extent where I was hurting myself, leaving my body covered with self-harm scars. Now I am currently seeking help to bring me back to a healthier and happier state. I hope other kids in my situation know that it is okay and they are not alone. I'm using my voice to share today with you all. I'm so proud of my dad, and I know that he is proud of me. My dad has applied for a commutation of sentence, and I pray and hope that the governor commutes his sentence. And my dad can return to not only society, but to my family as well. I miss and love my father dearly, and I need him home. Thank you.
Yeah, so I think her words were really impactful because I think it affects a lot of kids, His mom passed away 9 years ago of cancer, so that was really hard for him, because that was his only parent left, and then she died while he was in prison. And so all he has is his grandpa left. So we're gonna talking about his mom is just really hard on all of us. Because this is something that she prayed for. And it's just hard that she's not here to witness her son coming out of prison. But I know she's in heaven dancing and celebrating up there. This weekend is going to be a new experience for all of us. having him physically there, waking up with him, eating breakfast together. At first, when we first talked about him coming home, it was just going to be me coming to pick him up. But then the more and more Stephen and I talked about it, we were like, we came in this as came in with just the two of us, but we are leaving as a family, so we should be leaving as a family. And so the girls wanted to come, so we're like, okay, let's do this. We're gonna all pick him up. Just make sure you guys get up on time.
I tried to ignore it as much as I could, and then I woke up like at 2:30, and there was no going back to sleep. And I did try, and then it's hard to process. Like, this is hard to process because it's when you're sentenced to life without at 18, and you have no point of reference to even say what life out is. And then everybody had the sentence, whether it was 25 life, 15 to life, and in the 90s, no one was going home. So it wasn't until like 2012 or 11 where I started to really understand what life without meant. That, like, no, you're not going home, but everybody else can go home. And that was like, that's almost 20-something years later that you start trying to deal with that. And then to be like right here, right now, it sucks because I left a lot of people behind. It's just hard to process,